Now, Natalie is a first-time caller out. What? Natalie is a first-time caller out of Michigan. Natalie, welcome to the show. You're on the air.
Hi, good morning, Jesse. Thank you for taking my call.
Absolutely. Thank you for calling.
I started listening to you about a month and a half ago, and at first I thought, "Wow, this guy's pretty wild. He's out there. This guy's crazy." But
What a mess!
the more I listen to you, just everything you say rings absolutely true with me. Over the last 10 years, I've become increasingly aware of the evil in myself.
Nice.
And
Nice.
I've always been skeptical of women. I see the evil in my sisters and in my mother. I went and forgave my mother recently, and it went well.
Nice.
She told me thank you, and it was a good discussion. And she said she wishes maybe she had done things differently. She divorced my father when I was pretty young, and he was destroyed by his own mother and my mother, and he ended up self-deleting himself in 2013. So
what did that mean?
He took himself out.
He committed suicide?
Yeah.
You call it self-deleting?
Yeah, I didn't know if I could say suicide on the radio. So.
Okay. What?
Yeah. So anyway, moving forward, I've struggled with addiction and relationship problems, and I'm 36 years old, and I have an 11-year-old son, and his father was an alcoholic, and he died when my son was 4 years old. And I've just gone in and out of relationships, trying to find that love, seeking for my father, I guess. And my son has just watched me struggle and go from one relationship to the next. And so now I'm currently with a man. I'm dating a man. He's 2 years younger than I am.
What?
And
but
yeah, well, we've been together for about 3 years. We live together. My son calls him dad, and he's definitely a beta, but he tries. I mean, he's got big mommy issues. His mother was a single mother. He lost his father at a young age, and he definitely worships his mama. She takes care of him, and he has some mental health issues. So she pays his bills a lot of the time, and I'm just, my son's getting to that preteen age, and I'm really trying to work on myself and figure out what the right thing is to do at this point for my son. I have the opportunity to move back in with my parents. My stepfather is a good old school, old-fashioned man with strong values, and he works hard, and I wonder whether that would be a better example of a man for my son to be around and learn from his grandfather. But I've changed my mind and changed directions. You recently talked about being double-minded. I always question myself. I question my decisions because I've made terrible decisions for so long, and I want to get to the point where I can make a decision and go with it, like you say, but I also don't want to be imposing my will on my son because he does call my boyfriend dad. So my question for you is what do you suppose is the best situation for my son to go in being a young man and learn how to grow up and be a man?
So right now you're living with a guy, right?
Yes.
He's younger than you, 2 years younger.
Yes.
He's not able to take care of himself?
Well, he has a job right now. It's a temporary job. He's working for a company installing sprinkling systems, so it's just a summer job. He's working right now, but he has a hard time holding on to a job for very long. He's
And
on
his,
medication.
and his mother taking care of him
Yeah.
while living with you.
Yes.
And what is the purpose of you, this guy? Why are you living with him or he living with you?
It's his house.
And why are you staying with him?
Well, I guess because it's convenient for me. It's a good, comfortable situation. I'm going to school right now. I was living with my parents previously, but they were in a rural area, and it was a little harder for me to get a job and do what I thought I needed to be doing. I'm trying to establish myself to be able to take care of my son.
Why don't you get a job?
I do have a job right now. I'm working and going to school.
And so why not get two jobs?
I could do that.
So you're living with this guy that's younger than you. His mother's taking care of him partly, and you have a son. And and instead of getting two jobs or a job that make good money, you can make more money. You rather live in that situation?
No, I feel like I would rather be living in a situation in an environment with my parents where they're gardening.
What kind of effect you think this is having on your son to see you living in a condition such as this? What type of effect is that having on your son?
It's probably showing him that as a man, he doesn't really have to step up and try very hard because some mama's just going to take care of him or somebody else will be there to take care of him.
How old are you?
I'm 36.
And so why don't you stay with your parents until you get on your feet? That would be better than living with a man who, according to you, is not capable of not even taking care of himself.
Yeah, that's what I'm starting to realize. And that's kind of the idea that I was getting, that it would be a better and more stable environment for him to be around, my grandfather, who is a better example of a man and who can teach him how to work with his hands. And
so why have you done that?
Because I've been too double-minded, and I've been listening to the voices telling me that I should love him and I should endure. If I really care about him, I should help him be better. But
you really care about whom? The man?
Yeah, my boyfriend.
You can't care about that man.
You're right.
You don't even care about yourself or your own son. How can you care about someone? This man is your another son.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Okay.
Hold on. A mess. 888-77-JESSE. Back in a moment. I want to go back to Natalie, a first-time call out of Michigan. So, Natalie.
Yes.
What a mess.
It is. I agree. It's been a mess. This is ridiculous.
How did you end up in this situation? I mean, from beginning to now, what brought you to this?
Oh, geez. Not having very good self-worth, I guess, and just not being aware of how evil I really am. I mean, I guess that's part of that feminine nature. I spent a good portion of my life lying to myself about what a good person I am because I care so much about other people. But I realized I was always doing it to gain something.
Yep.
Trying to get people to like me by pretending I'm so nice and just giving myself away, looking for validation outwardly. And I I didn't. Like I said, I lost my father to suicide, and I didn't have a very good relationship with him, and I definitely related with my mother. She played the victim, and I fell into it. I always thought my mother was such a sweet, innocent, good-natured person, and I watched her leave my dad and watched her get into dating and try to be the strong, independent woman. And after I left high school, I had no idea what I was supposed to be doing with myself. So I just started chasing men and drugs, and fell into it pretty deep. And my son's father was 17 years older than me. I fell for an older man, but he was an alcoholic, and then he lost the battle with that, and I just became, well, I was already bitter and angry, but yeah, I fell down a bad hole and spent a long time lying to myself. I worked hard. I've tried, after I lost my son's dad, I tried to find that balance between being a mother and working, and always fell into relationships with men that I had to take care of. So I've been a very confused person.
And so you fell in too deep?
I did, yeah. I got in pretty heavy with drugs.
You know I love you, but I'm in too deep. You
right,
know
that ain't
I
love.
need you, but I'm in too deep. Oh, think twice. You're at a perfect point right now in life. If you do what I suggest to you, you're about to have an amazing life.
Well, I'm ready.
Forget about the past. Live right now. Think not about tomorrow. Wake up right now. I want to encourage you to do the silent prayer. Now that you can see that you've been controlled by evil, by anger, and it was never you, don't judge. Don't have any opinion of yourself as a sinner or a saint. You have never done wrong in your whole life. God is not holding anything against you. It was never you, but you went into the imagination trying to make things work because you didn't know what you couldn't see. Now you're starting to wake up. You're going to be fine. If you stay with this, everything is going to start to change immediately. You got to stay with this. Don't have any opinion about what has happened or going to happen. The only reason you end up in this situation, you were not able to see. That's the only reason you're there. Now you're starting to wake up, and the light is going to guide you. So what I highly recommend, you do this. Are you doing the silent prayer yet?
I tried it once.
Okay, go to it, stay with it, so you can become aware of the present, of now, and not yesterday and not tomorrow or any of those things. Do the silent prayer so you can stay present. And right now, keep, my suggestion, but you know what's best for you, right? But do the silent prayer, go to work, save your money. If you see you need to move back to your parents' house or whatever till you need to, you do it. But do what's in front of you and never think about the outcome. Just do what's in front of you to do, and you will be fine.
Okay, I trust and believe that.
Any questions about that?
No, I don't think there's any questions. I can see for right now what I need to do next, and
once you see what to do, then you do it. If you don't see what else to do, continue what you're doing until you see what to do. I want to encourage you to walk by the light. If you don't see what to do, continue what you're doing. But have no opinion about it. Don't call it good or bad. Just live.
Okay. I do have one question real quick.
Okay.
I know you're not very supportive of women becoming educated, but I am currently trying to go to school for nursing.
That's fine. That's a trade. You're not married. You need to be able to take care of yourself and your son until he grow up, become an adult.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's fine. That's perfect. Matter of fact,
Okay.
a nursing job will allow you to live anywhere in the world and get a job.
That's what I was thinking.
Absolutely. If you were married and had children, maybe a different story. But you're
Sure.
not married. You're relying on you. Absolutely get a trade. A nursing job is
Okay.
good.
Okay. Great. Well, thank you for that. Thank you.
And if you think you need to move out from that guy's place, do it. If not, don't. But you work on you now by staying
Okay.
present. Have
Yeah,
you
that's
heard
what
me?
I'm trying to do.
Have you heard me? I ask people, who are you?
Yes, I have, and
And who are
the
you?
only I can't say who I am for sure, but I'm trying to be the observer,
Right on.
becoming the observer for now.
That's all you got to do, and don't worry about who you are. You find out who you're not, and you're not your thoughts. You're not your emotions. You're not your body. You're not your worries. You're not your anger. You're not your false happiness. You're not your friends. You're not this, and you're not that. You got to overcome everything that you're not, and you're nothing what you think that you are. None of what you think you are.
That is a huge weight lifted off my shoulders.
And it's so true, Natalie. I can hardly stand it. It's just so
It is.
true. You're none of the things you think you are.
It's so true. It makes me want to slap my mama. That's for sure.
And you don't need a husband. You don't need a boyfriend. You just need to seek what's right. Seek the truth, and the truth will take care of you. It will guide you. And if it's meant for you to, if the truth is meant for you to have a husband, the truth will give you one. If not, you'll be fine. And if it give you a husband, you would never have to work at the relationship at all. It's abnormal to try to make a relationship work. If you got to make it work, it ain't working. It's not from God.
Oh, that's so true. Yeah.
You're not
I'm ready for
supposed to
that.
try to make anything work. You're just supposed to live.
Well, I'm ready to live. I've
Right
done
on.
nothing but die to death. I've been in hell for a long time, and I'm so grateful I found your show, Jesse. So
Well,
thank you for having me on.
you stay with it, stay with it, stay with it. And remember, you and you alone are responsible for you. No man, no mama, no daddy, no brother, no sister, no friend, no preacher, no deacon, no nothing. You are responsible for overcoming your hell. You have to pay attention to you, just as I have to do. Every human being that want to be free, that person alone have to. They are responsible for overcoming.
Yes, sir. That's right. You'll never find it out there, and nobody else out there is coming to save you.
No one can, even if they wanted to.
That's right.
All right. So forget about the past. It's an illusion anyway. Think not about tomorrow. It doesn't exist. All this is a brand new day for Natalie. Everything is brand new right now.
Awesome.
So
Thank you so much, Jesse.
you're welcome. Do the silent prayer. Watch those thoughts. Forget about the world and live your life.
Okay, will do. I'm ready.
Let me know how it goes.
All right, I will.
Amazing. Take care, Natalie.
You too. Bye-bye, Jesse.
Bye.